Okay, so first off this morning, we're going to start in a seated position. Cross your legs. Go ahead and move any fleshy bits that are separating your hip bones from the ground. Just kind of rock it out side to side. And I wanted to give you guys a little bit of inspiration today. 5 things that yoga has taught me. So 5 things yoga has taught me. 1, honor your body. 2, let go of things that no longer serve you. 3, breathe. 4, be present. 5, you can achieve more than you think. So with that in mind, we're going to start off doing something super, super simple. So I'm a big hip rocker. So let's start, yeah. I see you, Lori. Good morning, Lori. We're going to rock our hips out a little bit. That just kind of feels good. And we're turning our wrists. And right now, mine are going out. So I'm going to switch directions with my wrists and go inward. If you were going the other way, just switch. So we're clockwise and counterclockwise. Good. Let's take a nice deep breath. Reach your arms up overhead, clap your hands together, and then just press your palms toward the ceiling, opening up your chest. Take a couple deep breaths right here. One more time. And exhale here. Good. One more deep breath, and then as we exhale, we're going to lean forward. Good. Exhale, go ahead and take those hands forward. We're just going to reach them as far forward as we can. Go ahead and tuck your chin. We're going to hang out here for a moment. Just take 3 to 4 deep breaths. And every time you exhale, try to make your exhale a little bit longer than your inhale. Good. Go ahead and roll it back up. Nice. All right, we're going to turn and come to all fours. I'm turning my body away from the camera. You guys can stay right where you're at with your mats. Don't worry about turning your body with me as I turn. Sometimes I just want you to be able to see better from the camera. All right, so on all fours, we're going to curl our toes under. Okay, we're going to do a proper cat. So with proper cat, we curl our toes under. We take a look at our knees. They're directly underneath your hip bones. Your hands are directly underneath your shoulders. With the toes curled, we take a breath, inhale. Exhale, round up and pull your ribs towards your hip bones. Your gaze is on your thigh. Inhale here. Take the tops of your toes flat now towards the mat. Exhale, drop your tummy down. Look up for cow. So now my tummy's toward the ground. I've got an arch in my back. Inhale. Exhale, curl the toes under, round up, gaze on your thigh. Inhale. Exhale, tops of the toes to the floor, look up, cow. Inhale. Exhale, curl the toes under, round up. Inhale. Exhale, tops of the toes down, look up. One more time, round up, curl the toes under. Good, and drop the toes down one more time for cow. Doesn't that feel lovely? All right, now we're gonna pull our tailbone back towards our heels. Go ahead and sit back for child's pose. In child's pose, we're gonna reach our fingertips forward, just kind of walk them forward. In child's pose, we're gonna pull the tailbone back toward the heels. Your gaze is on the ground. Good. Pulling your fingertips away from your hip bones. Inhale. And as you exhale, let your armpits sink into the ground. We're going to hold here for 3 breaths. On your next inhale, let's take it back up to all fours. Hands directly underneath your shoulders, curl the toes under. Inhale. This time we're gonna exhale, round up like we're gonna do cat, but then I want you to pull your knees up and we're going into downward facing dog. Good, your gaze is on your thigh. Let's talk about a proper downward facing dog. Okay, with proper dog, we want the shoulders away from the ears, belly button into the spine, tailbone toward the ceiling. Now, if you can press your heels to the ground, but we don't want to lose any of those other cue points. So we want shoulders away from the ears, belly button into the spine, tailbone toward the ceiling. Most of us will find it's easier to get the tailbone toward the ceiling if we keep our knees soft. So bend your knees, inhale, exhale and bring your chest towards your thigh more. Stay here for 4 more breaths. Inhale. On this last exhale, you can get your chest a little closer to your thigh. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Walk your hands towards your feet. Good. So now we're in forward fold. If you're not having a good time with your hands towards the ground, go ahead and put your hands on your thighs and allow your head, the top of your head, to drop towards the floor. From this position, we're going to do that rocking motion we started with when we were seated. Let your hips roll side to side. That rotation just allows for all the little teeny tiny inserts, all the little teeny tiny muscles that surround your joints to get a little extra love in a way maybe they don't normally get. A little bit of rotation here. If your hands are on the ground, that's awesome. That will maybe give you a little bit more room to rotate side to side. So play with that a little bit. Take some nice deep breaths here. Doesn't that feel good? Excellent. All right, let's take it to the center. I want you to go ahead and flatten your back and look up. So you're looking at the camera. Good. Now keep your back nice and flat. Your knees can be soft here if they need to be. Inhale. Exhale back to forward fold. Good. Inhale. Come on up. Sweep your arms up to a standing position. Hands up overhead. And exhale. Take your arms down to heart center. Good. We'll now begin our flow part of our yoga. So the flow part includes the sun salutation. That's what we'll go through now. Take a nice deep breath. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale into forward fold. Inhale, flat back, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, walk or hop into a plank. Exhale, tuck your elbows for chaturanga. Tops of the toes to your mat. Inhale to cobra. Now with cobra, you can be on your elbows here. If that bothers your back at all, to be in that position, having your elbows on the floor or your forearms on the floor may help. Good. Let's take a few deep breaths here. In cobra, we want our chin parallel to the ground. The top of your head is toward the ceiling. Do not throw your head back. Chin should be parallel. Take some nice deep breaths here. Good. Shoulders are away from your ears. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, push back to child's pose. Inhale, come to all fours. Curl the toes under. Exhale to downward facing dog. Walk or hop your feet towards your hands. Inhale to a flat back and look up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, palms to heart center. Good. Inhale, let's take those arms up overhead. We're going into leaning palm. Exhale, we're gonna lean to your right. Good, take it back to center, deep breath, inhale. Good, exhale, leaning left. Nice, take it back to center, inhale. And exhale, lean to your right. Good, this time when you inhale to center, tiny back bend, open your chest. Exhale to center. Inhale, lean to your left. Again, center, inhale, tiny back bend. Good, exhale, this time lean to your right and hold. Good, let's hold this here. Keeping the hip pulled in. Okay, we don't want our hip jutting out. Okay, hips stay stacked. We're just reaching from the top of the hip bone over to your right side. Good, take 3 more deep breaths. Breathe deeply into your rib cage. Inhale. This time inhale, tiny back bend to the center. Exhale, lean to your left and hold. Good. Making sure the hip doesn't jut out. You guys look great. Keep that hip tucked in from the top of your right hip, stretching all the way up your lat. Take 2 more nice, deep, slow breaths. On your next inhale, come to center. Good. Take your hands and take them out to a side for a T. We're going to go into triangle pose. To walk your feet nice and wide. Go ahead and take your right foot, point your toes towards your right fingertips. Check to see that your right heel is lined up with the instep of your left foot. Okay, if you're really bendy, you can keep your legs straight. If you're not real bendy, go ahead and soften your right knee a little bit. Okay, we're gonna drop our right hand, looking up at our left hand, we're gonna go into triangle pose. Okay, so we're going to very carefully keep our core strong and very slowly just walk ourselves down. For many people, a soft knee and a hand on the shin or even on the elbow for more support is great. If you're feeling really bendy today, go ahead and work your way down. Ideally, we're grabbing the big toe and gaze is on the left hand. Stay here and breathe. One more breath. Good. Go ahead and bring it back up. Hands are pointed flat or straight out. Center up your feet. Now we're going to take our left foot and we're going to point it straight out where our fingertips are. Check to see that your right instep is in alignment with your left heel. Go ahead and soften up that left knee. Bring your right hand up, dropping down, maybe at your shin. You might find straight leg at your shin works for you. Okay, you might need to lean. That's okay. We're giving ourselves some support here. Working our way down towards our toe if you're feeling really bendy. You might notice one side works better than the other. Gaze is on the right hand. One more deep breath. You're doing great. Good. Go ahead and soften that knee and come on back up. Center it up. Good job. Walk or hop your feet center. Walk our feet in. Take our hands together at heart center. Let's go through another flow. We're going to open up our hips. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale into forward fold. Inhale, flat back, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, walk or hop to a plank. Good, keep those elbows tucked in. I'm gonna challenge you here for a moment. Let's hold that plank. Turn the inner thigh muscles on. Pull up your pelvic floor. Squeeze your booty. Think about the top of your head reaching away from your heels and your heels reaching away from your head. Feel how that really locks things in. Head away from the heels, heels away from the head. Good, squeeze everything you got. Breathe for 3 more slow breaths. Good, on your exhale, take it down for chaturanga. Tops of the toes to the floor. Inhale for cobra. Good, hold here. I know a lot of us are spending more time sitting. This opens up all of the muscles that get tight from sitting. A few more deep breaths. 1 more. Good. This time I just want you to bend your elbows, curl your toes, and see if you can push yourself all the way up from that push-up position. We're going to walk our feet towards our hands a little bit. Go into downward facing dog again. Good. Let's revisit those cues. We want to keep our shoulders away from our ears, belly button into the spine, tailbone toward the ceiling. Good. Knees can be softly bent. Inhale. Exhale, chest towards the thigh. Do that a couple more times. One more deep breath. Good, exhale. All right, now we're gonna work towards our warrior poses. For warrior, we're going to start with inhale, float your left leg up. Good, and breathe. Go ahead and circle your left ankle clockwise 3 times. And now counterclockwise 3 times. Good. Now we're gonna go in, we're gonna bring that left foot forward and we're gonna come to a high lunge. So we're gonna come to a plank, replace your left foot with your left hand, and come on up. Now in warrior, if you feel like your balance is off, go ahead and step your right foot out a little bit and your balance will be better. If you'd like to challenge your balance, step that foot in, get it in tight. Inhale, bring those arms nice and high for warrior 1. Good. From this position, I want to invite you to find that base of your big toe to your pinky toe and your heel, okay? So we want to really put some pressure into that big toe, space, pinky toe, and heel. Find that tripod. Nice job. Going into warrior 2. You're going to inhale, lift yourself up, turn your right heel to where your instep is facing, your left instep is facing your instep on your right. Exhale, down into warrior. Good, your gaze is on your fingertips, left. Good, take a couple deep breaths. Good, exhale, go ahead and reach towards the camera. Inhale, drop one hand back. We're gonna go into reverse warrior. Left hand up. Gaze is on your hand. Oh, feel those obliques open up. Deep breath. One more deep breath. Good, exhale, back to warrior 2. Now we're going into our balance challenge. Remember what I said, find that big toe base, pinky toe, and your heel. Going into warrior 3, we're gonna take both hands forward. We're gonna reach forward, and then my back foot is my kickstand, okay? It's there to keep me from falling, okay? See if you can take it up and hold, and breathe. 5 breaths. On the next exhale, bring it on back for warrior two. Nice job. Okay, now to come down, we're gonna pretend like we're doing a cartwheel. We're gonna bring our left hand down by our instep, bring our right hand down, and then get that left leg back. See if you can bring it up, back, up for three-legged dog. Beautiful. Take a breath here. We're just kind of stretching out through that right side. Inhale. Exhale, drop your left foot down. Let's switch legs. Inhale and float your right leg up. Good, hold it there. Now circle your ankle 3 times clockwise. Good, and 3 times counterclockwise. Good. Now go ahead and come to a plank with a knee tuck, and we're gonna replace our right foot with our right hand. Come on up. Good, now we're in our lunge position. High lunge, warrior one. Inhale, lift your arms up, rotate your left foot so that your instep faces your heel on the right, and exhale for warrior two. Hold and breathe. Gaze is on your right fingertips. If you'd like to intensify that, inhale, exhale, just lean forward a little bit so that your shoulders are more over your right thigh. Adds a little intensity there. Inhale, exhale for reverse warrior. We're gonna bring our right palm up toward the ceiling. Gaze is on that right palm. And breathe. Feel those right obliques open up. Inhale. Good. Exhale back to warrior two. Here comes our balance challenge. Our left hand sweeps forward, palms face each other. Gonna kind of work our way up. Get that kickstand going. Palms forward. Go ahead and reach that left foot up. Find your big toe, your pinky toe, and your heel on the right side. Slow breaths. Here we go. Go ahead and drop that left foot back. Take it back into warrior two. Nice job, everybody. Good, good, good. Okay, from this position, we're gonna cartwheel down. Our right hand comes down by our right instep, and we work that right foot back. Bring your right foot up, and let's stretch out that left hamstring one more time. Lovely. Good. Go ahead and bring that foot down towards the ground. Walk or hop your feet toward your hands. Come to a flat back. Inhale, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale to palms, heart to center. All right, let's go ahead and take a nice deep breath. Inhale for sun salutation. We're going into our shoulder openers. Good. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, walk or hop to a plank. Exhale, tuck your elbows, chaturanga. Tops of your toes to the mat. Inhale, come up for cobra. Stay here and breathe. Good. Remember cobra. We don't throw our head back. Chin is parallel to the ground. Think about reaching the top of your head toward the ceiling. Last time. Inhale. Good. Exhale. Push back. Let's go to child's pose. I'm going to start with some simple shoulder openers here. In child's pose, if you can, allow your knees to come out a little bit wider, toes together, okay? So my toes are coming together more. And let's drop down here. Take a few breaths. All right, so from this position, we're going to take both hands over to the right corner of your mat. From here, I want you to pull your right hip away from your right fingertips. We're opening up our lats. Our lats are connected to our hips. Therefore, our hips are connected to our shoulders. Couple more deep breaths. Let's go to the other side. So both hands walk to the corner of the room, over to your left side, pulling your left hip away from your fingertips. Gaze is on the floor. Our shoulders are connected to our lats are connected to our hips. So our hips are connected to our shoulders. How does that apply to your body right now? One more. Deep breath. Good, let's take it to center. Go ahead and walk it forward. We're gonna lie flat for shoulder roll and reverse shoulder roll. Both arms come out. We're gonna bend our right elbow and our right knee. We're rolling over onto our left side. Go ahead and push yourself over. Placing your right foot on the floor, your gaze is on the ceiling. If you can, reach your hand up. Head is off of the floor. If you'd like to go for a bind, go ahead and do so now. Some ideas could be to clasp your hands together. Could be to rotate more by having both knees face the ceiling. Could be to open up your right hip flexor by grabbing your right foot and bringing it back towards both hands. One more breath. Go ahead and center it up. We're gonna switch sides. Both arms out, bend your left elbow and left knee. Take your left foot, place it on the floor. Gaze on the ceiling. You're lying basically on your right hand, right shoulder. Bringing the left hand up, gaze is on the ceiling, head off the floor. Deeper bind, clasp the hands together. Can add both knees face the ceiling and breathe. This one's going to be more to open up low back. If you like, you can try a bind where you grab your left foot and bring your hands together. And breathe. One more breath. Go ahead and work your way out of that one. Woo. So those deeper stretches, we got to move slowly out of them. Inhale to Cobra. From Cobra, we're going into reverse shoulder roll. Go ahead and take your right hand, palms up, thread it underneath your left. We're gonna lay down right on that right arm. Take your left hand, curl it under, palms up. You're gonna put your left hand right by your left hip, dropping your shoulder onto your elbow. So left shoulder, right elbow. Head is on the floor. And this one, if you find, wow, that's tight, I invite you to really think about releasing into your exhale. Think of your left arm turning into a zombie arm. You shake it out and you let it go limp. Good, let's roll on up out of that. Coming back up for Cobra for a moment. Good, and go the other way. Left hand comes under you. Lay down on your left side, palms up. Right palm comes up and it's going to be facing the ceiling, but it's going to sit right next to your right hip. Drop your right shoulder on your left elbow. Forehead to the ground and breathe. Good, let's center it up. Come back up for Cobra. Inhale. Exhale, push back for child's pose one more time. Good, let's come to all fours. Curl the toes under. Going back to downward facing dog. And we're gonna do one more hip opener here. First of all, I forgot to do the walk the dog, and you guys, I just love that one. It's like the icing on the cake. So let's do that for a sec. Let's play with walk the dog. As we alternate the heel press. When you're pressing your right heel into the ground, press your left toes into the ground, and then vice versa. Work on opening up those feet, toes. Give those guys love. They deserve it. Carry you around all day. All right. Let's go ahead and float your left leg up to the ceiling. And we're going to go into either lizard or pigeon. Okay, here we go. Tucking that elbow in, or the knee, not your elbow. And we're going to go ahead and replace the left hand. This is for lizard pose. Toes up, knees come to the side. So lizard here, dropping open. For this one, if you're real tight, hips are real tight, you might prefer just to do a kneeling hip flexor. Enjoy that. If you prefer to go into a deeper hip stretch than lizard, we are in pigeon. All right, so just hold and breathe. Pigeon, if you're in pigeon, I'm gonna take you through a few things. Take your hands, clasp your hands together, open your chest. Lizard, you're just breathing. If you're doing lizard, just keep breathing. Enjoy that stretch. Good. Inhale, take your arms up. Exhale, reach your fingertips forward towards the floor. Now, stay up on your fingertips, almost like if you're shooting pool. Keep your fingertips up. Walk your fingertips forward. Sorry if you can't see them. Inhale, exhale, and bring your chest forward more. Feel how that rolls into your hip. So you're using your fingertips. to kind of pull yourself forward. Love it. Good. 2 more deep breaths. Good. Go ahead and walk it back up. I'm just going to switch sides. So you're going to pull that left hip up off the ground. Place it up towards the ceiling. Give it one more stretch on the right side. Place it back on the floor. Inhale, float your right leg up. Good. Exhale, pull it in. Take lizard or pigeon, your choice. Good. Flex the foot. If your foot is behind you, you need to make sure your hip is on the floor. Okay? If your foot is behind you and your hip is up, you need to stop and pull your foot forward. Okay? If your foot is behind you, see if you can flex to where your toes are pointed up toward the ground. Okay? Go ahead and inhale, bring your arms up. And exhale, take them behind you for a moment. Open up the chest. Really starting to feel how the upper body is connected to the hips, yes? Inhale, arms come up. Good. Exhale, bring your hands forward on the fingertips, walking it forward. Think about the center of your chest moving forward. Use your fingertips to pull yourself into a deeper hip stretch. Good. Let's take some nice deep breaths here. Good. Let's walk it back. Nice job. All right, let's inhale. Take it up to three-legged dog for just a moment. Exhale, take both feet towards the ground. Walk or hop your feet forward. Inhale to a flat back. Look up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to a flat back. Look up. Exhale, forward fold. We're going to hang out here for a moment. We've been stretching, so this should probably feel a little better than the first time you did it. So we did a little stand earlier where we just sort of maybe had ourselves in forward fold, hands on the thigh, hands on the shin, maybe hands to the floor. You're probably noticing you can get a little lower now. And this time I invite you guys to crisscross your arms. Crisscross your arms. Let the top of your head drop to the floor and hang there for ragdoll. You can add that rotation if you like, or you rotate through the hips and the ankles. Okay, modification, you can have your hands on your thighs. It's a great exercise if you're sitting at your desk and you need to get up and shake it off. This is a good one. Nice. Good. Go ahead and walk or hop yourself into a plank. Finishing up here. Good. Exhale into chaturanga. Tops of the toes to the floor. Inhale to cobra. Good. Exhale back into child's pose. Hanging out here for a moment. In child's pose, let your toes come together, knees apart, and look at your fingertips. Can you reach them a little bit further forward while simultaneously pulling your hips away? If this feels good to you and you'd like to try a little deeper stretch, go ahead and walk your fingertips forward and allow yourself to actually move forward and your bottom to come up. So tailbone up for puppy. Really stretching through your lats. Go ahead and slide your tailbone back. We're gonna come back to sitting on our sits bones. One more stretch for you today. I'm gonna turn sideways. Okay, so from a seated position, we're gonna pull one foot back. This is a beautiful quad stretch. So if it's my left foot back, my right foot, I'm gonna pull my heel towards my bottom quite a bit. Okay, do your best there. From this position, both hands behind, you're gonna lift your bottom up, and it's a beautiful quad stretch right through here on the left side. Good, inhale. As you exhale, see if you can bring your hips a little closer to the ceiling. Huge stretch on the hip flexors and the thigh. One more time, deep breath, inhale. Good, exhale, drop your bottom down, reach your right foot forward. And this time we're gonna just lean forward and stretch out the hamstring on the right leg. This is a good preparation for both left and right splits. So if you're trying to learn the left and right splits, this is a really good one. And also it's a good preparation for wheel or just being able to do a back bend. Not this one, actually the reverse one that we just did. Good, let's go ahead and switch sides. So left leg straight ahead, pulling the right heel back, sitting back. Take your left heel close to your bottom, and we're just gonna lift forward, stretching through the right quad and hip flexor. Good, go ahead and bring your bottom down. Left leg comes forward, straight leg. And we lean forward to stretch out through the hamstring on the left. All right, let's bring it back up. Center it up today. We're just gonna take one quick breath. Inhale, exhale, lean it forward. See how this one feels again. I always like to recheck, this is where I started. And exhale, roll it back up. You guys did a beautiful job today. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording. By the way, the recording is just recording me, not you guys. So just so you know, I'm going to stop the recording though, just so voices aren't heard. And we can visit for a second.